I don't think we've ever done just a single stabilizer review before,
It's worth it.
but this is a good stabilizer.
It's the Dart.
Dart 120.
Dart 120.
You've been using this. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. I think it's. I was surprised how different it felt than the 140 because I'd been running the 140 kind of just with everything for a while, and it feels like significantly different. I mean, a lot of the same characteristics, but it just really unlocks your turning radius like significantly more. And I think one thing that's really cool about it is it just kind of makes whatever front wing you're using, it just makes it feel a good bit smaller in the maneuverability aspect.
Yeah. My first time taking this out, I used it with the 880 on a pretty small day, like maybe some waist high waves over at Squalcombe.
I told you had to take it that day.
You told me the truth. I was fired up. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Since ridden it with the 7 and the 6, and it's so fun to ride.
Yeah.
Definitely a little twitchier. There's a bit of a learning curve, like pitch stability wise.
Yeah. Do you think it's pitch at all or twitchy side to side at all, or are you just saying pitch?
I think it loosens it up a little bit.
Yeah, but not necessarily twitchy. I think it's still fluid turning.
Fluid turning, just pitch stability wise. Yeah. Yeah, but it definitely loosens up the turns a ton. It's really fun to ride. We were down in the gorge last week and got on some pretty good swell riding this with the smaller front wings, and you can just crank it around. It's really fun to ride. What do you think drawbacks between this and like the 140 or the Speed 180 is a really popular one?
Yeah, I think the drawbacks between the 120 and the Dart 140 Speed 180 is solely just pitch. I don't think there's really any drawback in pump. I didn't notice that. Maybe a tiny bit, but I didn't find that really noticeable. I have the Speed 180 and the Dart 120, and I like the bigger tail, the Speed 180, in really gusty conditions or in like big winter days here, just because I feel like when I'm in like a bunch of neoprene and booties and we get big gusts, I just like this being really pitch stable so I'm not bottoming out and falling in those conditions. And I think that's worked really well for me, is to have the two tail pairing. I think there's something to be said about the 140 kind of is a good compromise between both of those. But I'm surprised at how there seemed to be like relatively little hype around the Dart 120 compared to like some of the stuff they've released in the past, at least in the last few months. And it is such a good tail. And I think anyone who's intermediate plus, especially if you're riding the HAs, maybe some of the bigger ones, I mean, I bet this thing is super rad if you're even winging the 980, 1080, or downwinding. Just to add that maneuverability to big foils is super fun.
Yeah. I haven't used it with any of the big ones. I wonder if it starts to feel weird at some point when you get too big, but maybe not.
I don't know. I used it with the 980 and it felt really fluid and good.
I would say definitely my new favorite tail.
Yeah, me too.
I was a little skeptical. Been riding that 140 for a long time. Loving that. It's like, I can't imagine it's that much different, but it's a way different feel. A lot surfier. Like just cranking turns. Just super fun to ride.
Yeah. I feel like something about the turn, not just the radius, feels different. It feels like you can kind of just like push the stabilizer, like the fuselage. You kind of like push and stall a little bit and then just go the other way. It's like so sharp. How have you messed around with shimming it at all, or have you just been running the shims that you normally run on a 140?
I have only run the blue shim on it.
Yeah.
Which I've been liking. That's kind of where I settled on the 140.
Okay.
It's like I would usually run the red on the 180, but I found that it was kind of for me it was a little pitch unstable on the 140.
Yeah.
So the blue was kind of a nice middle ground. I might throw the red on next time I go out and give that a try, but I've been liking the blue.
Yeah, that's what I've been using with it too. I think I was using the red on the 140 and just knowing that it would be less stable, I've just been running the blue. But yeah, we should definitely test that out. Packs down really well, so it's really easy to travel with.
It's very small.
Yeah. I don't know. The Dart 120 is so good.
It is really good.
That's the purpose of this video.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
You should have this.
Yeah. If you have any questions, or if you've also been enjoying your Dart 120, we'd love to hear that. So leave them down below. Give us a call at the shop, or comment and smash the like button for us.